Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. The Prince Albert Police Service is turning resources to focus on addressing robberies, which have become an issue in the city. In January and February of 2026, 24 robberies were reported in the city. That's a jump from the 10 reported for the same time period last year. Trends continue to fluctuate as instances of overall property crime saw a decrease compared to last year. The police service says it's taken notice of the uptick in robberies and is responding with targeted enforcement.
Those statistics and that data really do help us determine where do we need to deploy our resources so that we can tackle it and improve public safety in Prince Albert.
Prince says the service will keep a close eye on the complex needs facility scheduled to open later this year to see its impact on crime trends. A Saskatchewan man who was previously convicted of promoting hatred against Jewish people and impersonating a peace officer in Saskatoon has once again been charged by RCMP. 35-year-old Travis Patron is charged with one count of willful promotion of hatred. The charge follows a report Carlisle RCMP received last April stating hateful material was posted online in a public forum. Investigators then determined a person was promoting hatred against an identifiable group. Patron, who is from Redvers, was found guilty of hate speech in October 2022 in connection with an anti-Semitic video he posted online. He's also been convicted of assaulting 2 Regina teachers, and in 2024 he was convicted for impersonating a peace officer in downtown Saskatoon. Travis Patron is scheduled to appear in court on this latest charge next month. RCMP in Alberta are asking Saskatchewan residents for help in finding a woman who's been missing for over a week. 82-year-old Diane Cooper was reported missing to RCMP in Consort in southeast Alberta April 7th. The day before, she was seen at a gas station in Stettler, Alberta, and is also believed to be traveling through Hoosier, which is northwest of Kindersley, just before 11 o'clock that night. RCMP say she's driving a gray Toyota CHR with Alberta license plate LVA 978. She also has her Dalmatian dog with her. Multiple RCMP detachments are patrolling from the ground and air looking for Diane Cooper. Anyone who sees her dog, or vehicle is asked to report it immediately to RCMP. All right, we're approaching the, I guess, the 14th or 15th version of winter, Jeff, as we approach Thursday.
Yes, we are looking at that still a substantive amount of precipitation, likely in the form of snow. But as we mentioned yesterday, John, basically what we're doing is we're keeping our eye on a couple of systems. One is going to be tracking more towards the north, and then one's coming through the central part of the province. So it's quite possible, Prince Albert would get sandwiched in between the two systems. But we'll keep our eye on all of that. But yes, a storm is a brewing.
The government of Saskatchewan says it's beginning a comprehensive review of the province's Farm Security Act, aiming to engage further with the public and stakeholders. Agriculture Minister David Merritt says the initial review found no evidence of foreign ownership of Saskatchewan farmland under the current legislative framework. The review will also explore opportunities to improve ownership verification, boost reporting obligations, and the oversight of permanent residents, along with making it easier for the next generation of farmers to purchase farmland.
There is different dynamics around through Farm Credit Canada. This will look at it, or opportunities for other financial institutions to engage in this on the transition from, an older farmer to somebody younger as well. Right now, they're just not there. Maybe they can be brought into the act somehow.
The review will be spearheaded by the Farmland Ownership Advisory Committee. It plans to introduce any potential changes to the Saskatchewan Farm Security Act in legislation by spring of 2027. Saskatchewan urban municipalities will be advocating for the modernization of tax collection, opening the door for more revenue generation opportunities. The idea was spearheaded by the City of Regina and adopted by SUMA after more than 89% of membership voted in favor of the resolution. It hopes municipalities can bring forward alternative revenue options, collect its own education property taxes, restore a SaskPower payment in its place, and remove PST on civic construction projects.
we're expected to spend about $9 million in PST in construction costs. So out of $60 million, there's one sixth of that already going back in PST.
We need expansion because that increase is not keeping up with what we're seeing on the increase in, the change in inflation, the cost of products that we have to put into our infrastructure. It's not growing appropriately.
The province reviews the Municipalities Act and available tax tools every 4 years. Minister of Government Relations Eric Schmal says he's open to discussing the expansion. The site of construction on College Drive has become familiar for Saskatoon drivers. The 4-month-long construction project is part of a $1.5 million repair to an archway near Spadina Crescent. There's also the $50 million LINK project, preparing College Drive for the upcoming bus rapid transit program. The city says there are plans to mitigate the traffic that comes along with construction season.
One of the changes we're making shortly is at Broadway Avenue and 12th Street to allow more time for that southbound left turn. So we do adjust signal timings, but we do it reactively after people have adjusted.
The city says construction's expected to be done by late July. Saskatoon Tribal Council's Emergency Wellness Centre in Fairhaven is undergoing renovations. The Wellness Centre is getting 10 new showers and 13 new washroom stalls and a commercial kitchen. Tribal Chief Mark Arcan says the renovations are needed for the 106-person shelter because it only had 2 showers. He adds the commercial kitchen will help as they are currently preparing all 3 meals off-site. The STC received $1.4 million from the federal government and $975,000 from the province. Arcan says the province owns the building and STC manages the shelter.
When we look at all of these renovations, we think it's a positive outcome based to help out the relatives in a good situation.
Arcan expects those renovations could be completed by the end of March next year. The city of Prince Albert has announced the opening day for the upcoming season. On Friday, June 5th, the Kinsman Water Park will start up for the summer. The final day of operations is August 23rd. Bookings for schools and organizations will begin April 28th, with summer lesson programming available online May 26th. The city says the final day of operations at the Lake Country Co-op Leisure Centre will be Friday, June 19th before it shuts down for maintenance. For more updates, check the city's website. When we come back, shaking off the frost at Plaza 88. Jasmine Pelche finds out about the local vendors at the upcoming market.
We are at Plaza 88 with Lisa to talk about this year's upcoming Shake Off the Frost Market. So what exactly is the Shake Off the Frost Market?
Shake Off the Frost Market is an annual market that happens here at Plaza 88, and it is all about spring. I think if you're like me, you are sick of the snow and you are ready to shake off the frost and get outdoors and do something fun. Why not come out to a market where it celebrates all of the things that are spring?
What are some of the things that will be here at that the vendors are showing off at the market?
We have some really great garden items. We have lots of baking, lots of jewelry and candles, scented items. Woodworking items, health and wellness. We have spring cleaning supplies. We have sewing items, jewelry, gift items, all really great ideas for Mother's Day we will have coming up here, and lots of great food. We've got cotton candy and fudge and popcorn. Definitely come out and get some treats.
Where do the vendors come from? Are they all local?
Most of them are local or in the surrounding area. I think the furthest away we have is Saskatoon.
How many vendors typically set up booths?
We have easily over 60 vendors.
Are there other markets that happen here throughout the year?
Yes, there are. We have a couple of winter markets as well. We have one close to Christmas, and we have one in November as well.
With the market, if people are looking to find out more information about it, where can they do that?
Definitely go to our webpage at www.plaza88.ca.
What would you say to encourage people to come to the market?
You know, I think we've all been stuck in our house for a really long time. It's a great market. It's a great vibe. It's just a lot of fun to come on down to the show and see what's going on. Get out of your house and just, you know, come out and have a good time. We have so much great stuff happening here. It's going to be fun.
Are the vendors typically the same year to year?
There is a lot of them that are the same, but not all. It's about, we get a third new vendors every single show, basically.
Is there anything happening apart from the booths operating?
We also have a hot food vendor coming in. Anita's Corner is bringing in poutine and burgers and taco in a bag and all the great stuff like that.
When and where is it?
Oh, this is happening in Plaza 88 on April 18th from 10 till 4 p.m. It is a one-day only show, so you definitely don't want to miss it because it's going to be a good one.
And it's going to be down in the basement, right?
Yes, it is on our lower level, but don't worry, we have an elevator, so it is fully accessible.
Great. Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Jeff's weather forecast is coming up next, and staying fit decades longer than most, the story of a 90-year-old CrossFit athlete. So, Jeff, it's almost like we're getting the bad news out of the way early, and that snow might come just a little earlier in the week than we expected.
That is a great way to look at this situation, yes. We were thinking this was going to be more of a Wednesday, Thursday phenomenon. Right now, it's looking like it's a night-tonight, tomorrow thing. So, but still, it's going to be snow that is going to stick around because temperatures are going to be on the cold side, John, and so it won't be melting on contact. In fact, it'll probably stick around for an extra day, so it'll take until Friday and Saturday into the weekend before it melts. So we're keeping our eye on this system that is sort of tracking towards the central part of Saskatchewan and clipping northern areas as well. There will be likely another one coming along, but it won't be the one that's going to drop the most snow. So keeping our eye on this as we roll into the next 24 hours. As you can see on the edge of it, we've got ourselves some rain, but once it reaches some of that colder air, it turns into snow. So that looks like it's going to be the snowy situation for many locations, and other places are going to be dealing with rain. And then there's the old rain-snow mix. I'll get out of the way now, and we'll take a look and see what else we've got going on. So overnight tonight, temperatures drop down to -5 in Spiritwood, -1 in the Battlefords, -6 in Candle Lake. Birch Hills and Rosthern both dealing with some rain and -4 degrees, so there could be some slippery situations with that. Nipawin -5 and -2 in Melfort. Some of these locations will be dealing with rain changing to snow in the overnight period. That's certainly true of Prince Albert. Then we make our way into tomorrow. Depending on the timing of this, some places may see more of the substantive snow overnight, but we'll simply say that we'll still be seeing snow in Spiritwood, Candle Lake, and Nipawin tomorrow. Temperatures of around -3 and -4 degrees. 0 in the Battlefords, -2 in Birch Hills and Rosthern, dealing with some flurries or lingering flurries in those two locations. -1 in Melfort, also with some flurry activity. And these temperatures, yeah, they're way below seasonal. Now on to Prince Albert and area. So tonight, rain changing to snow. The snow could be up to 10 centimeters of snow in the overnight period. The wind starts to shift around and pick up. Winds out of the northeast 20, gusting to 40. And then as we roll into Wednesday, -3 degrees, so not much of a temperature change at all from the overnight temperature into tomorrow's daytime high. -3, which is, you know, it's over 10 degrees colder than seasonal. 2 to 4 additional centimeters of snow. While all is said and done, we expect about in the area of 15 centimeters of snow for Prince Albert area. And as you can see, the winds don't change at all, sticking with the northeasterly winds 20 and gusting to 40 into Wednesday. And then for Thursday, as I say, it's going to stick around because -3 is the daytime high. And then +2 on Friday, 5 on Saturday, Sunday, 7 degrees. That's still below seasonal, but then above seasonal numbers on Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures in and around that 14-degree mark. So, yes, a bit of a slow ramp up to those double-digit temperatures on Monday and Tuesday.
All right, Jeff, you're in the hot seat. The million-dollar question, if you were the Prince Albert Raiders, would you stay overnight in Saskatoon or drive back in that snow?
Oh, I'd drive back.
Okay, There you go. Well, that's food for thought. Well, Jeff, some high school-aged football players are preparing for the trip of a lifetime to Europe on Thursday. 46 student athletes from the Institute of Saskatchewan Football are going to the UK and Sweden to practice and play against local teams. They'll play American-style and flag-style football against teams from Europe. It's the second year of the program combining Saskatoon minor football and the Distance Learning Centre. Athletes from 6 school divisions around the province are participating this year.
For the American game, so it's going to be 11 people on the field instead of 12. The field's going to be a little different. There's going to be 4 downs instead of 3. And, you know, that transition has been kind of challenging, but it's also super fun, and it's cool, like, learning a different game.
The goal is to just equip these kids with as many tools as possible to have success at any level they pursue.
The goal of the program is to produce top-quality football players while also giving them the necessary skills to succeed off the field. A student from Montreal has combined his love of baseball and math. Last month, he competed on the world stage and made Canadian history. With more, here's Sweeta Rassi.
Involves players' analytics to predict an outcome of a baseball game.
It's a board game that combines baseball and math.
6 and 3, which is 18. No.
And from a Harley Musgrave, those just happen to be his 2 favorite things.
I like timesing, dividing. I like fractions.
It all started when the 10-year-old boy and his father were watching a baseball game at home. That's when a commercial for a board game called MLB Player STEM League caught their eye. It's a baseball-inspired game where players use real MLB statistics to calculate the moves of their roster. Months later, they found out the league was holding its worldwide championships in Miami. Musgrave sent in a video application and got in, becoming the first Canadian ever to compete.
Feels pretty awesome to be like the first Canadian, like to represent the whole country like for the first time in this game.
His dad couldn't wait to share the news.
He was actually in class when I got it, so I actually came to the school to let him know. I was pretty much in tears.
Last month, Musgrave went up against 25 other players. He battled his way to the semifinals before losing by just 1 point. But he didn't go home empty-handed.
So I won the sportsmanship award.
It was a trip full of memories. He met some real-life MLB players, watched the World Baseball Classic quarterfinal, and left with a shirt and ball signed by the pros. Back home, he continues to sharpen his skills.
I'm probably going to go again next year.
And by his calculations, he may be right. Sweeta Rassi, CTV News.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization. Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
An Ottawa woman is proving that you're never too old to start exercising. She took up CrossFit in her 80s and has become a local staple at her gym. Camille Wilson has more.
In a CrossFit center full of super fit people, it's not the strongest or fastest, even the youngest who stands out.
Avril's an inspiration to every single person that walks into the gym, myself included.
All the buzz at this place is about Avril Legault, 90 years old and working out with the best of them.
I don't believe that number's me. I just can't believe it. I don't feel 90. And that's because of CrossFit.
Legault's husband passed away 9 years ago.
After being married for 60 years, I didn't know what to do with myself. So this is a friend of my daughter's. She got me into CrossFit, and that was the beginning. It's too wimpy.
Her goals were modest: how to get up if she falls down.
I remember when she first joined the gym, she walked up those stairs with a walker, and after coming to the gym for about 3 weeks, she sold her walker because she didn't need it anymore. It's a reminder that we can all move our bodies at any age.
Legault's daughter says CrossFit is her mom's lifeline.
I'm super proud of her. I have so much respect, like so many people, just can't get out the door. She's really proud of herself, and we're happy for her. She's still living on her own, and she is stubborn. She's going to make it to 100 for sure.
Class members say it's about always thinking, what would Avril do?
She's not afraid of anything, and it's such an inspiration. I hope that I can be even like half of her when I am her age.
My song. Proud to be the oldest in her class, her favorite song, fittingly, is Staying Alive.
All you have to do is get off the couch and join CrossFit, and you'll feel a lot better.
Oh, and this is her birthday, and this is how she is celebrating age 90. And she has no intention of stopping anytime soon.
I'm just going to continue coming to CrossFit till I'm 100.
For her 90th birthday, the gym owner is giving her a free membership for life. Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Highly specialized surgeries for newborns in Saskatchewan will no longer be performed in Regina. They will be transferred to the Jim Pattison Children's Hospital in Saskatoon. The Saskatchewan Health Authority, says only 6 or 7 procedures were performed in Regina over the past 20 months, compared to 3 times that number in Saskatoon. The SHA also says the patient volume in Regina was too low to maintain the skills required.
Brought to you by Saskatchewan Union of Nurses. Thank you to Saskatchewan's 11,000 registered nurses.
All right, we have a couple seconds before we get to our last piece there, Jeff. What do you think? At 90, would you be able to do the ring pull-ups and all that stuff like Avril?
Maybe not the ring pull-ups, but other things maybe.
Yeah,
I hope.
I was impressed by that. And speaking about sports, 2 Olympic gold medalists and a Grey Cup champion were among the inductees to the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame, and they were honored today in Saskatoon. 4 athletes, 2 builders, and 1 team were selected in the 2026 class. That includes Cameron Berg in rowing, Chris Getzlaff in football, Otto Huber in golf, and Brianne Thiessen-Eaton. The 2 builders are Dr. Marliese Misfeld in sport medicine and science, and Ross Wilson for basketball. The 2011 to 2014 Saskatoon Valkyries Football Club enters the Hall of Fame in the team category. The 2026 induction dinner and ceremony will be held at the Regina Connexus Arts Center on September 26th. And a big congratulations to all those athletes. And again, football in Saskatchewan, right? You got the Valkyries, you got a bunch of kids going to Europe, Jeff. It's kind of like a football province.
Kinda.
There you go. Just before you know it, we're going to have another Grey Cup to hang up.
Fingers crossed.
There you go.
All righty.